Folks, Tony here, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about audio and getting the best audio that you can in your video. I've been getting a lot of questions here lately about how do I improve the audio in my video, and in particular I've been getting these requests from people who use the GoPro Hero 3. They know I use a Hero 3 a lot, and Hero 3s, even at the very best, don't record audio that great. The Hero 3 Plus is not bad, and if it's right kind of up in your face, you're going to have really good audio. But if there's wind, if there's any distance between you, like I like to put my GoPro on the end of a golf stick, a golf ball retriever, swing it around, it's 12, 14 feet away from me. You know, you're only going to get marginally good audio. And I think a lot of the people, one of the folks who have sent me questions recently is a guy who owns a clothing store. And so his wife wants to be able to narrate and tell people about clothing while a model, for instance, is showing how the clothing looks. So he wants to pan around the lady with his GoPro while his wife talks. So I'm doing something a little different than I've usually done. I'm recording today with a lapel mic. It's a brand new one that I just got. I'm going to put the name of this mic. It's a Sony. This is a Sony ECM-CS3, ECM-CS3, and so there you go if you want to see what that looks like. So today I have that right here, and I have a Zoom H1, right there it is, and y'all, if y'all watched my blog last week, you saw I just purchased this. That is in my pocket, so I'm just carrying it down my pocket, and I got the wire going down inside my sweater here. Now also over here, I have what I've used for years. I've just bought this Sony, and this is the Zoom H2. I would turn it around, but you've probably seen what H2 looks like already, or if you want to, just go to Amazon or one of the music sites. A lot of the music sites like Musician's Friend sell this, and they're very affordable and very good sounding. I'm going to switch back and forth between the audio. I'm going to subtitle down here so you can see what you're listening to at any specific time. This I've used for many years, either handheld, and you can see it's pretty big. It's if you put it on a little mic handle here and hold it, it's pretty big in your hand, but it has a large diaphragm, condenser mics inside it that crisscross like X's. It has two mics on the front, two mics on the back. I like it to go into a meeting, so you're going to meet with multiple people and they're going to talk. You can have it where both sides of the mics are going out in the stereo field, and if you're within 2, 3, 4 feet of the person, it's going to sound really good, and it's going to sound way better than the camcorder audio that you're getting. Like right now, the camcorder I'm recording this on is a very high-end camcorder, at least in the day it was. It's a Canon HF-G10. I think it's up to the HF-G3 now, but the audio is probably very similar on each of these, and this camcorder is about 4 feet back from me now. So camcorder audio sounds pretty good, but it typically picks up a lot of the room unless you put a shotgun type mic on the front, something that's very directional. The reason I've started doing this with this is let's say I want to do something, I've got to move around a lot. Well, this audio is not going to change if I go back here in the corner, if I turn my back on you and I perhaps start talking about this painting, which is not so great. That's one of my paintings, but it sounds better than if I walked away from this Zoom, or if I'm holding the Zoom in my hand, it looks kind of funny. And then again, I still will get the sound. If I touch this handle, you should be able. I'll switch over to this Zoom audio. You should hear if I've handed people a mic like this and told them to talk into it before, and they'll fidget, they'll do things with their hands, and you'll hear that. You'll hear that on the microphone. The other thing, of course, you have to put a mic stand up and lug a mic stand around, which is not super heavy, but when you're out in the field doing interviews and stuff, it's important not to have to, it's nice to not have to lug certain pieces of gear around. So I'm thinking going forward, this may be the method I'm going to use. I saw a guy on Amazon demoing this. If you look this specific model up on Amazon, you'll see a really nice video. I cannot remember the guy's name, but he compares 3 kind of cheap lavalier type mics. The thing that's going to surprise you, this on Amazon was like 18 bucks. And you're going to be surprised how nice it sounds. Is it awesome? No. Is it way better than what comes off the camcorder? Yeah, it pretty much is. So I have already posted videos that show how I synchronize audio, a separate audio track from the camcorder. and I do it in Adobe Premiere Pro. Some of you, I'm sure, will be asking, well, why don't you have a wireless mic going into your camcorder, or why aren't you hooked up via a wire to the camcorder and record your audio straight in? Well, that's expensive, that's technical. Sometimes, like I say, with me, I don't want to have to hook wires and stuff up. I like to walk away from the camera, or have the camera be able to do commentary, but the camera far away from me. But now what's problematic for me, and going to be problematic for me, is wind. If I'm outside hiking and all, I'm going to have some sort of windscreen for this little thing. I'm going to move up close so you can see it really good. I have it actually turned backward, so I don't know how good it's going to sound. It's actually sort of inside my sweater, but I hope it sounds okay. So yeah, this is sort of the way I do it. I record separate audio that I can get within close range of myself, with good quality condenser type microphones. I love the Zoom stuff. Zoom H2 is good. H2N is the new one. They've come out with something that's really bad now, awesome, called the H6. And I think there's one called the H5 getting ready to come out. So you can go look. I do sort of endorse Zoom stuff. I like it a lot. But I always record my audio, if I can, separate from the camcorder. Now, a lot of my just daily blogging, I walk around with a GoPro that's on a handle or something, and since I know my face is going to be within a foot or so of it, then I'm just going to record the audio straight off of the GoPro. But I hope this helps somebody. Yeah, it's a very simple thing. I will put a link to the video I'm talking about that shows how to synchronize audio from a separate audio source to your video with Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, I don't know, those of you who use iMovie, Final Cut Pro, I'm sure it'll be a very similar situation, maybe just a little bit different, pathway to getting there. But it's basically, you want to create, I usually try to create a spike. As a matter of fact, before I started this video recording and making this commentary, I got all my sources, my audio recorders and my video recording, and I did a big hand clap. And that hand clap provided a spike, and I'll be able to see that spike on the audio that's on the video, and then the audio that's separate, and I can line those tracks up so that they're perfect. And that way everything synchronizes and looks good and works good. So watch that video if you want to know the technique for synchronizing, but this is just my 2 cents worth on maybe good ways to record audio. This microphone is super cheap. The little H1 in my pocket was 90 bucks. So it's not a real expensive deal to do this anymore. This is about $150 now. This is the old model. I think they're about $150. If you want to go like the H6 and do multi-track recording, it's like a little recording studio, then that's about $299, $399, something like that. So folks, I hope that helps. Send me any questions. If you don't know better ways to do things or want to suggest your better ways of doing it, please do, and I will certainly honor that and make sure that those ideas are acknowledged, and maybe I'll even incorporate those myself into my video efforts. Peace to all. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like. Appreciate each and every one of you. God bless.